I want to tell you about a woman named Sarah. Not a famous woman, not a woman who made headlines or changed the world in any way the world noticed, just Sarah. 37 years old, mother of two, wife, daughter, the person everyone called first when something broke, when someone cried, when a decision needed to be made and nobody wanted to make it. Sarah was the one who made it. She had been making it for so long, for other people, for their comfort, for their peace, that one morning she sat down at her kitchen table with a cup of coffee she had made herself, and she realized something that stopped her completely. She could not remember the last time someone had asked her how she was, and actually waited for the answer. Not her husband, not her children, not her mother, who called every week but only to talk about her own problems, not her friends, who texted her when they needed advice and went quiet when they didn't. She sat with that thought, and the coffee went cold. That moment, that ordinary, silent, kitchen table moment, was the beginning of the most important journey Sarah would ever take. Not a journey to anywhere, a journey back to herself. Let me tell you who Sarah was before she forgot. She grew up in a house where love was expressed through sacrifice. Her mother was a woman who gave everything to her family and counted every penny of the giving. "I did this for you" was both a gift and a debt in that house. Love and obligation wore the same face. Sarah learned this language fluently. She learned that to be loved, you must be useful, that to be valued, you must be needed, that your worth in a room is measured by what you contribute to the people in it, not by who you simply are when you are contributing nothing. She carried this into her marriage, into her friendships, into every room she ever entered. She became extraordinary at taking care of things, and she forgot, slowly, over years, how to take care of herself. Her husband Rand was a good man, she would tell you that. She still tells you that. He was not unkind. He did not mean to take from her. He simply received what she gave, because she gave it so completely, so consistently, so without apparent cost, that he genuinely did not know it was costing anything. This is how invisible labor works. When someone is very good at something, the effort disappears. You stop seeing the effort, you only see the result. Rayan saw a home that ran smoothly. He did not see Sarah at midnight after everyone was asleep, making tomorrow's lunches, signing permission slips, answering emails she'd been too busy to answer during the day. He did not see her sitting on the bathroom floor for 5 minutes of silence, because 5 minutes was all she could find. Her children, Zara, 8, and Adam, 5, needed everything. Children do. They are supposed to. Sarah gave it without thinking, the way breathing works, not because you decided to breathe, but because your body does it automatically. Her children's needs had become her reflex. But somewhere in the years of automatic giving, Sarah's own needs had gone very quiet. She stopped painting. She had been a painter once, nothing serious, just sketchbooks and watercolors and Sunday afternoons where she made things for no reason except that making things made her feel like herself. She stopped in the year Adam was born and told herself she would go back when things settled. Things did not settle. Things never settle. She stopped reading novels. She stopped taking long baths. She stopped the walk she used to take alone on Saturday mornings. 30 minutes, earphones in, no direction, just movement and music and the particular freedom of a body that belongs to itself. One by one, without noticing, she stopped being a person with a private interior life and became, instead, a surface others lived on. And she was so good at being a surface that nobody noticed she was disappearing underneath it. Until the coffee went cold. The change did not come all at once. It came in a conversation. Sarah had a friend named Layla, a woman she'd known for 15 years, the kind of friend who knows your history. They met for coffee on a Thursday afternoon, and somewhere between the second cup and the bill, Layla said something that Sarah had not been prepared for. She said, "I feel like I don't know you anymore. I know everything about your kids and Ran and your mother's hip, but I don't know what you think about things. I don't know what you want. Do you know what you want?" Sarah opened her mouth, and she found that she didn't have one. Not because she was inarticulate. Sarah had answers for everything. She was the person people came to for answers. But this particular answer, "What do you want, Sarah?" for yourself, not for anyone else, this one had been missing for so long that she hadn't noticed the gap where it used to be. She said, "I think I forgot." Layla put down her cup. She said, "Then I think that's what you need to find." Sarah went home that evening and she sat with the question like it was a new thing in the house, unfamiliar, requiring careful handling. What do you want? Not what does Rayan need, not what do the children need, not what the schedule require, or the house need, or the week demand. What do you want? She started small, because small is where you have to start when you have forgotten something large. She bought a sketchbook, a small one, nothing ambitious. She put it on the kitchen counter and she told herself she did not have to fill it. Just having it there was enough for now. Just the fact of it being there for her, for no reason except that she used to love this. She started the Saturday walk again. 30 minutes, earphones, the same route she used to walk before Adam was born, past the park, down the side street with the large trees, back along the river. It had not changed. She had changed, and somehow walking the same path as the person she used to be felt like something was being stitched back together. She told Rayan she was going to start doing this. She expected pushback, logistics, the children, the Saturday morning chaos. He said, "Okay, good." Just that. Okay, good. She realized she had been waiting for permission she had always had the right to give herself. The sketchbook started to fill. Not with good drawings. She was rusty and self-critical, and the first few pages made her wince. But she kept going because she remembered something from the years when she painted. It was never about the result. It was about the 20 minutes when the noise stopped, and there was only the color and the paper and the movement of her hand. The noise stopped. She sat inside the quiet, and she felt, for the first time in years, like she was visiting herself. What happened in Sarah's marriage was not dramatic. There was no confrontation, no ultimatum, no breaking point. What happened was a conversation. Slow, ongoing, spread across weeks. Sarah began to tell Rayan things she had been keeping to herself. Not accusations, not grievances, just truths. "I am tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. I have been disappearing and I don't think you noticed, and I didn't tell you. I need things I have been pretending I don't need." Rayan listened. He sat across from her at the same kitchen table where the coffee went cold, and he listened, really listened, perhaps for the first time in years, because no one had ever handed him this clearly before the cost of the life they had built together. He said, "I didn't know." She said, "I know you didn't. I didn't tell you. I didn't know how to need things out loud." He said, "Tell me now." She did, and something shifted between them, not immediately, not perfectly, but genuinely, the way things shift when two people stop performing a version of a life and start actually living one. Sarah is 39 now. She paints on Sunday afternoons, badly, joyfully, without apology. Her sketchbooks are stacked on a shelf in the living room, and she doesn't hide them. Her children know that Sunday afternoons are Mama's time. Zara has started drawing beside her sometimes, their shoulders almost touching, making things for no reason except the making. She takes the Saturday walk every week. Sometimes Rayan comes. Mostly she goes alone. She has learned that aloneness and loneliness are completely different countries, and she knows now which one she is in when she is in it. She still makes the lunches and signs the permission slips and holds the family together with the particular competence she has always had. But it is different now. It comes from a different place. Not from fear of being unloved if she stops, from choice, from the understanding that she gives because she wants to, not because she is afraid of what she will be if she doesn't. She is Sarah. Not Sarah the mother, or Sarah the wife, or Sarah who solves things. Just Sarah, who paints on Sunday afternoons and walks on Saturday mornings and makes coffee she actually drinks while it is hot, who is finally a person with a life, not just a surface other people live on. There is a sketchbook on your kitchen table right now. She put it there so she would not forget, and every morning when she comes downstairs, before the children, before the noise, before the day becomes everyone else's, she sees it there, just sitting, just waiting. And she remembers, I am still here, and everything I need, I already have. I just had to learn to want it.